Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all good? I hope so. Y'all listen, I got a story time, okay? I think it's good. Y'all have to tell me in the comments what y'all think about it. Alright. So I had to go to the store. I get in the car, turn it on. I hear Teddy Pendergrass singing. What's the song? Loving somebody when somebody loves you back. That's the song. And I was like, okay, Teddy, baby, I ain't heard you in a minute. So, I'm listening to pull it out the driveway. I'm going on about my business. He's still playing, but I'm hearing Psalms 91. And I was like, Psalms 91? Huh? I'm listening to what? How do Teddy Pendergrass and Psalm 91 go together, right? So I was like, okay, Ted, I ain't heard you in a minute, but baby, I got to listen to Psalms 91 because, hey, I hear it. I'm going to be obedient, right? So I turn off Teddy and I pull up Psalms 91. I play that. So I play that all the way to the store. I get to the store. I get out, lock the door, go in. I go in the store, looking around at everything, get what I need, check out, come out. Get ready to put my stuff in the car. The car won't unlock. And I'm like, what is going on? And I start feeling around for my key. I don't have my key. And I started looking, I'm looking through the window like, did I leave my key in this car? I was like, no, if I would have left the key in the car, it would have still been unlocked. So I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't drop my key in the store. So I go back into the store. I go to customer service. I ask them, hey, has anybody dropped the key out? She's like, no, I haven't seen the key. I was like, oh, okay then. So now I'm like, okay, I can either walk around in this store and try to look for the key, but what if somebody found the key and then I come back outside, there's no car at all. So I go back outside, stand by the car, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call somebody, but the person I need to call, the one with the key, they not available. So I'm gonna need somebody to come to just be by the car, while I go back in the store. So I make the call, and the person said they gonna come. They don't stay like maybe about 5 minutes away, so they got there pretty fast in my opinion. But as I'm standing outside, I see this lady walking across the parking lot. She pushing a basket. And I was like, I already know she gonna ask me, do I have some money? I can see it in her face because she just keep looking at me. And so she comes over there. She's like, baby, I just want to know, do you have anything so I can get some breakfast? And I was like, I got a $20 bill in my pocket. So I was like, hey, it is what it is. So I was like, here you go, man. She said, oh, thank you, baby. I said, you're welcome. So I'm just still standing out there waiting for the person to come. They get there. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to try to look around. I hope that I find this key. So I get back in the store. I'm walking around like, Lord, please let me find this key. Let me put my eyes on this key. Let me find this key. I walk all over the store, all the places I went to. I'm not seeing that key. I'm like, well, maybe somebody didn't see it and they kicked it and it went up under one of these lanes. And I'm looking, I don't see anything. So I was like, I hear customer service. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go. I just left from up there. The girl said she didn't have no key. So I go back up there to customer service. It's a lady in front of me. She get finished. I say, I know I just been up here, but I was just coming back to see if somebody may have dropped off their key. And she's like, you know what? Wait, before I went back up there, I had asked one of the workers that I see all the time. I say, did anybody give you a key or anything? He was like, no, which register were you at? So I tell him, he's like, no, but go back up there because they could have put it in lost and found. That's probably why she didn't see it. So I was like, okay. So no, before that, that's why I'm here in customer service. So I get up there, I ask her again, and she was like, no, let me see. And as she was looking, she was patting around. She looked, she said, wait, is this your key? I was like, oh my gosh, yes, that's my key. I said, can I give you a hug? She was like, girl, yeah. So I gave her a hug. I said, thank you so much. She said, I thought that it was whoever the co-worker is. She said, I thought it was his key. He said, he put it down. He said, I'll be right back. I thought he was just running to the restroom or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really appreciate you with finding this key for me. So I leave and I'm thinking about this whole situation, right? Because we had a job to do that day. So I'm thinking about it all the way to the property or whatever. And I was like, it's something about what just happened. So I'm just running it through my head because names, numbers, and colors, all that it means something. So as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, when I first left, I'm hearing Teddy Pendergrass. And then I get to the store, I lose the key, I see the lady, I give her $20, I go back in, and I find the key. Like the key is at customer service. So as I'm thinking about it, I was like, wait, okay, numbers. The biblical meaning of number 20 is expectancy and the perfect waiting period. So while I was standing out there waiting for the person to come and sit beside the car. That was my waiting period. When I gave the lady the oh my gosh, when I gave the lady the $20, that was the Lord telling me to expect to find that key when you went back into that store. I hear the words customer service. Do you see how God be just putting everything together? I hear the word customer service. Since I was of service to that lady and gave her that $20 bill, the Lord served me by blessing me, or blessing the person who was nice enough to take the key to customer service. Do you hear what I'm saying? And then to go back to the very beginning when I'm hearing Psalms 91, and we all know that Psalms 91 is about the protection of God during difficult times, like scary times you don't even know what's going to happen. Like, I didn't know if I was going to find that key, but since I was obedient to hearing Psalms 91 and listening to it, everything fell into place. And then to go back to me first get into the car and listening and hearing Teddy Pendergrass singing the song that he was singing, I don't know why my mind going blank, but the lyrics say, it's so good loving somebody, and that somebody loves you back. To be loved and be loved in return is the only thing that my heart desires, y'all. That was God talking to me then. He was telling me it's so good. Love, like he loved me and I love him back. To be loved and loved in return, that's the only thing his heart desires. He covered me. He didn't nobody steal the car. It was a nice person who found the key. They took it to customer service. I go back to customer service and the key was up there. Y'all, that is I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the nerd in me. But I just thought that was so good. When you just sit back and just put all the pieces together. Oh my gosh. And as I was thinking about that, it reminded me of a situation that happened in 2021. Like that was a horrible situation. But it just showed you how good God can be, right? So on that day, I had to go to the store, right? So I go to the store, I'm just shopping and everything. On the way back home, I keep hearing God favor me. And I was like, why am I thinking about that? I ain't heard that song in so long. So I was like, you know what? Let me listen to it. I ain't heard it in a minute. So I started playing God Favor Me, right? But after that went off, I was like, well, let me hear something else. Then I heard My God Is Awesome. After that, it was something about the name Jesus. And then the last song I heard before I pulled into the driveway was Never Would Have Made It, right? So I done heard God Favor Me, My God Is Awesome, something about the name Jesus, and Never Would Have Made It. Okay? Later on that day, one of our family members wanted to go to a game. The rules in our house, and that's in our house, outside our house, whether it's my mama, my cousin, if you're going somewhere, you have to text people and say, hey, I'm headed out to Kroger. And then if let's say you get to Kroger and you be like, oh, they didn't have what I have, I'm fit to go to the other Kroger, you have to text the people to let them know, so that not only with us following your location, you're still communicating with us where you're going. So the person knew, okay, I'm finna leave, y'all, I'll let you know when I make it to the game. Okay. So about 30 minutes in, I'm expecting a text message, okay? So I'm not getting, I was like, well, they are going to a game. It's going to take you a minute to find you somewhere to park, get in line, get in the game. So, okay, I'm 45 minutes in. I'm still not receiving a text. I was like, okay, I may be being a little dramatic. Let me calm down. I give it an hour. I'm still not getting a text message. So I'm texting the person like, hey, have you made it? Nothing, because they used to respond within 5 minutes. I'm not hearing anything. I wait a few minutes. I'm like back to back. Nothing. I done called. Nothing. I was like, now either they left their phone in the car and they won't let them come, like go in, go out, come back in. I don't know what it is. So I say, look, I'm finna pull up because I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I'm trying not to freak nobody else out. I was like, hey, I'll be back. So I leave out, I pull out, I go down the street, get to the stop sign, make a right, and as I'm approaching, I'm seeing these cars everywhere. I'm like, what is going on? As I get closer, I zoom into this license plate, And that's the person's car who just had left earlier to go to the game. And I'm about to show y'all this picture. I don't know if I'm supposed to show this type of picture on YouTube, so you got about 2 seconds to look at, okay? So I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, look, and then y'all look. All right, so 1, 2, 3, look. Okay, you see that car? You see the condition that car is in? When I saw that car, when I tell you my stomach dropped, because I did not know what to expect when I walked up to that car. So it's right by a fire. The accident happened right at a fire station. So I just swung around, pulled into the lot. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. There's a fireman out there. I asked him, I was like, what? Like, do you know what happened to the person? What's going on? They was like, yeah, it was pretty bad. It was so loud, but thankfully we was here. But they was like, they took the person. So when you're hearing, I said they took the person, so I'm freaking out. They was like, no, calm down. They took the person to the hospital. I said, huh? He said, yes, they took them to the hospital. They told me which hospital it was. So now my mama had pulled up. And she was like, oh my God, what? Where is he? Where is he? That's all I need to know. So we go. She was like, come on, we going. So we go, we get there. And I'm like, you know, freaking out. I was like, you go in. She's like, no, you go. I was like, I don't want to go. She's like, go. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be the one to go up there, all right? So I don't know what I'm gonna see when I pull that curtain back, all right? I get up there, I'm praying. I'm like, Lord, I don't know what it is, but it's in your hands. We get up there, pull the curtain back. He has a concussion, so he's knocked out. But he ain't bruised. He don't have any broken bones. The only thing he had was little scratches from when the glass broke. When the window shattered, that's what he had. He had little cuts. That's it. Nothing was broken. No bruises. Nothing was nothing. That's it. So I'm like, huh? I'm thinking back to that car that I saw. And I'm looking at him laying in this bed. The only thing is he got a concussion. He out right now. They're waiting for him to wake up. Do you hear what I'm saying? And I thought about it. And I thought about hearing the words, God favored me. And I really feel like me being obedient to listening to that song and all the songs that played after that until I made it home is what covered him in that accident. So when I say being obedient to that still small voice or something that you keep hearing over and over, do it. Because that right there is your Psalms 91. That's your shield of protection. You see what I'm saying? Just be obedient. Because ain't no way somebody can look at that car and think the person, whoever was in there, survived. And not only that, he kept a brown Bible in the back window. You would think that Bible would have ended up under the seat somewhere. That Bible was in the same position in that back window. Do you hear? Oh my gosh. I was like, Lord. Listen, y'all. When you hear it, be obedient, okay? Just when you hear the still small voice, when you're hearing something over and over and over again, you seeing it, it's God's trying to talk to you, okay? Whew. But that's all I wanted to say, y'all. Get down in the comments and tell me, am I just being extra? Am I putting all the pieces together the right way? You know what I'm saying? Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. I love y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later.